Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear student. I am Mumtaz Sultan. Let's have a recap. Need of sport, movement, skeleton, types of skeleton, role of skeletal system, detail of cartilage and bone in a human skeleton. Today we will discuss the topics component of a human skeleton, joints and their types, tendons and ligaments. Now we are going to start the topic components of a human skeleton. There are 206 bones present in adult human skeleton, not in babies, present in adult human skeleton. Skeleton can be divided into two parts: axial skeleton, appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton. Bones are organized. Bones are organized into a longitudinal axis, that is axial skeleton. Axial skeleton contains 80 bones, 80 bones in head and trunk of the body. Trunk start from the neck, thorax, abdomen. It is composed of 5 parts. Skull. Skull contains 22 bones, out of which 8 are cranial bones enclosing the brain and 14 are facial bone which form face. Total bones of skull are 22, out of which 8 are cranial bones and 14 are facial bones. Middle ear ossicles, as we have already discussed the middle ear ossicles. Each ear contains 3 ossicles: malleus, incus, and stapes. 6 bones are present. Total in 6 bones are present in middle ear, 3 in each ear. Hyoid bone present in the neck. Vertebral column. It contains 26 bones, and these bones are called vertebrae. Vertebral column is formed of 26 bones, and these bones are called vertebrae. Chest. Chest is made up of bone called sternum. This is sternum, and ribs. These are ribs. 24 ribs are present. 24 ribs are present in 12 pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pairs are present. 12 pairs of ribs. This is axial skeleton. Axial skeleton contains 80 bones. It is composed up of 5 parts: skull, 22 bones, middle ear ossicles consist of 6 bones, hyoid bone Neck, it is present in the neck. Vertebral column made up of 26 bones called vertebrae, and chest is made up of bone. This is called sternum, and 12 pairs of ribs. Total 80 bones are present in axial skeleton. Appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton is attached to the axial skeleton. Appendicular skeleton is composed of 126 bones. In the center, axial skeleton is present, and this is appendicular skeleton. Appendicular skeleton composed of 126 bone, and appendicular skeleton divided into two parts. Pectoral girdle, it is called shoulder girdle and made up of 4 bones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pectoral girdle, also called shoulder girdle, and it is composed of, made up of 4 bones. Arm, this is arm. Arm have, both arms have 6 bones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Both hands have 54 bones. Next part is pelvic girdle. Pelvic girdle, it has 2 bones, 1 and 2. Legs have 6 bones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And feet have 54 bones. And feet have 54 bones. Total bones of appendicular skeleton are 126, and it is, appendicular skeleton is divided into 2 parts, pectoral girdle and pelvic girdle. This is pectoral girdle, also called shoulder girdle. This is pelvic girdle, also called hip girdle. Do you know the upper jaw? This is upper jaw. The upper jaw is fixed with the skull and is composed of 2 bones. The lower jaw is mobile. Lower jaw can move. Lower jaw is mobile and articulates. Articulates mean joints are present here with the skull. Skull के साथ jointed है. In lower vertebrates, the lower jaw is made up of more than 1 bone. More than 1 bone. Jaw is made up of, this lower jaw is made up of, in lower vertebrates, the jaw is made up of more than 1 bone. While in mammals, it is made up of only, this is, you can see, this is a single bone. It is made up of only single bone. During evolution, mammals modified the lower jaw bones. There are many bones are present in the lower jaw, but in mammals, it is made up of a single bone. Baki bones kidhar gayi? During evolution, mammals modified the lower jaw bones and incorporated 4 of them into the middle ear in the form of malleus and incus in both ears. ये was single bone, it is made up of single bone, और single bone जो है ये आपको पता है कि ये ज्यादा मजबूत होती है. कोई भी चीज जिसमें जोड़ आ जाता है वो ज्यादा मजबूत नहीं होती, लेकिन ये ज्यादा मजबूत होती है ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ सिंगल बोन. एंड 4 of them incorporated, two in each ear, two in each, incorporated into the middle ear in the form of malleus and incus. Stapes is already present in the ear. This adaptation proved beneficial for mammals. How? This adaptation become beneficial for the mammals. This adaptation, there is no articulate structure present in the lower jaw. Lower jaw with single bone is stronger. First benefit is the lower jaw with the single bone is stronger, and the malleus and incus also improve hearing. Joint. What is a joint? A joint is a location or place which two or more bones make contact. This is a bone, this is a bone. This is a joint. Joint is a place where two or more bones make a contact. Joint is a place where two or more bones make a contact. What is the function of the joint? Function of the joint. Joints allow movement and provide mechanical support. Joints allow movement and secondly provide mechanical support. Types of joints. Joints can be classified on the basis of degree of movement they allow. There are many types of joints: immovable joints, slightly movable joints, and movable joints. Immovable joints. Such joints allow no movements. The joints between the skull bone. The joint between the skull bone show no movements. These are immovable joints. Slightly movable joints. Such joints allow slight or little movement. For example, joints between the vertebrae. The vertebral column is made up of bones. These bones are called vertebrae. The joints which are present between the vertebrae show slight movement, mean very little movement. Movable joints, they show a variety of movements. For example, shoulder joint, hip joint, elbow joint, and knee joint. Movable joint, there are many types of movable joint. Here we will discuss hinge joint, ball and socket joint. Hinge joint, hinge mean connection, connection which is present like wall and between the wall and the gate, and gate move back and forth on this hinge. Hinge is also present on the door, and hinge joint move back and forth like the hinge on a door and allow movement in one plane only. Allow movement in one plane only. You can see this is elbow joint. The knee and elbow are hinge joint. Knee joint, which is also a hinge joint. This is a hinge which is also present on the door. Ball and socket joint. These joints allow movement in all direction. Hinge joints allow movement in one plane only, but ball and socket joint show movement in all directions. The hip and shoulder joints are ball and socket joints. This joint is like a ball and socket. These are two bones, and one is like ball and other is like socket. You can see here, this bone is like a ball, and this joint show movement in all direction. Examples are hip and shoulder joints, which show movement in all directions. The neck joint between vertebral column and head. The joint which is present between the vertebral column and the head allows movement side to side only, not in all directions, side to side only. Can you think what would have happened if it is it were a ball and सॉकेट जॉइंट? अगर ये नेक जॉइंट बॉल एंड सॉकेट होता तो आप बताएं क्या होता? Role of third topic, role of tendons, ligaments. First of all, we will define the tendons. What are tendons? What are ligaments? Tendons, tendons and ligaments. Tendon and ligaments are bands of connective tissues made up of collagen fibers. Tendons. Tendons are bands of connective tissue in which collagen fibers are tightly packed. Function of tendon. These are tough bands which attach muscle. This is muscle. Attach muscle to bones. This is bone. Tendon attach muscle to the bones. When muscle contract, tendon exert a pulling force. When muscle contract, tendon exert a pulling force on the bone attached, which is attached with the tendon, which moves and bone moves as a result. When tendon exert a pulling force on this bone move as a result. Next, ligament. Ligaments are bands of connective tissue having highly packed collagen fibers. Ligaments are strong but flexible. Strong but flexible. Tendons are not flexible, but ligaments are flexible and join one bone. This is a bone, this is a bone. Join one bone to another at the joint. This is a joint, and join the one bone to another. The function of the ligaments prevent dislocation of bone at the joint. यानी joint पे bone dislocate नहीं करती, बल्कि अपनी जगह पे the bones remain at their place due to the presence of ligaments. This is a tendon. Muscle attached with the bone with the help of tendon. This is a bone. And you can see these are ligaments. Ligaments are present. Ligaments are present, strong and flexible, and join one bone to another. Function of the ligaments, they prevent dislocation of bones at the joint. Tendons, when muscle contract, tendon exert a pulling force on the attached bone, this bone, and as a result, bone show movement. Here is your assignment. Draw the diagram of types of movable joints. Only movable joints. Write down the function of tendons and ligaments.